Foldy, you can't go dishing out the dead arms and then not expect one back.
Put it on a pressure point. Boy.
So I get 1 punch and then I got
nose.
2 off him now. 20 off you.
Okay.
Man slurred his words at her, that man. Did you almost, man?
No, get off. Stop playing around. You've got work to do.
Tell him.
I'm not telling him no more.
Oh, he's upset now.
2, 1, go.
Go. Get him in. There's no way. It's too dry. Come on, man. I'll laugh if he does it. Keep going. You got 20. What we on?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Yeah, we dug up some woman's ashes once in Clifton, didn't we?
We dug up someone's ashes.
We found a dog in a carrier bag.
Mummified dog.
But the mummified dog, they put it in a bin liner and buried it in the garden. It wasn't the homeowner, it was the person before them. It had been buried for like 15 years on it. But because they put it in a bin liner, it was like exactly the same. It was awful. It like came out like a skeleton with fur on.
It's like Return of the Mummy.
Yeah, it was awful. And then another job, we shouldn't laugh. We did a job at Clifton and we were digging out a back garden like this, and the customer, I swear to God, never said a word, did he? And then he came back and he went, oh, you haven't dug that bit over there, have you? And we were like, yeah. Do you remember? And he was like, oh, that's where I scattered my wife's ashes. I'm like,
There was like a big concrete angel there as well, to be fair.
but he never told us. We
He
just
didn't
dug,
tell us,
and we had to reduce dig it because he was having a patio there. This is where the patio was going, so we had to dig it out. So yeah, long story short, we dug his wife out, her ashes, and now she's at Gedling Tip. If we're honest. Foldy's got a nice weekend planned. He's staying with his mate Phil in a little penthouse suite in London.
If you want to be like Phil, just hit me up. connorforwards@hotmail.com.
Please, that's not his email before you all start. But what do you reckon about the Schof stuff?
I reckon he is a
Sexual predator?
Yeah, can I say that on here?
Do you think?
I don't think I know. He hit me up once. I was spotted.
That's not true. You can't say that. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Get the old break on here.
I tell you what does annoy me, the fact that if that was like a normal bloke.
Jail.
Oh yeah, your front door would be off.
Yeah.
Your hard drive would be in the police station by now. Bugs. Should we get out of bed? It's Monday. It's time to go to work. Not for you. You're going to sleep on the sofa, aren't you? Morning everybody, it's Nick at B&P. Today we're starting a big project at Skegby. I believe it's Mansfield, Sutton Ashfield way. Let's get the show on the road. Let's get this van moving and get there. Okay, so I have finally arrived. As you could see by that time lapse, it's quite a way. It's about 30-40 minutes in traffic, which is quite a way for us. I know some people watching will laugh because they probably travel miles every day, but it's not what we do. So yeah, bit out there. But this week we are working for a subscriber, which is quite exciting. We've had quite a lot of quotes, and we've got a few jobs coming up that have been booked in through subscribers. So yeah, just thank you to all of you. Absolutely amazing. Like we kind of started this as a bit of a joke kind of thing, and it's really took off. And like I say, we're just fastly approaching 10,000 now. So yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seen this job. This is more Chris's neck of the woods, so he's come out and quoted and whatever. So I'm gonna have to wait for Chris to get here, and then we'll do a little video, and he can show you around and show you what the plan of attack is. Maybe introduce you to the customer if they want to be on camera. We don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, I know I'm gonna get a load of stick now in the comments, but I've got a bit of a man flu, so I'm feeling shocking. I tell you something. I was out for coffee with a friend on Saturday. And I was sat there drinking this coffee, and all of a sudden this thing just hit me, and I thought, God, this coffee's strong. And you start feeling a bit lightheaded and dizzy. But anyway, it transpires that my mum's brought a cold back from Gran Canaria on the plane, those germ-infested tin cans. So yeah, I've been infiltrated and feel absolutely shocking. So it's coffee and Lemsip keeping me going today. But I'm here, we don't give up, we keep going. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Nice to get something stuck into. I know there's a load of sleepers going, as much as I know. I know there's a patio area. I'm not sure if it's block. I can't remember. But again, like I say, we'll jump out in a minute and get Chris to give you a little show around. I don't know if the lads are going to get here. It's that far. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's strange as well, the things that I ponder. So the other day I was driving. I saw 3 freshly dead squirrels. So I was like, what is going on here? There's squirrels dead everywhere. And then one ran out in front of my car, like looking all confused, and I was like, what is going on here? And then it's just happened to me on the way here as well. The squirrel just ran out in the middle of a main road, and I'm thinking, so, a strange one. I don't know if you guys know, but is it like mating season or something? They've all gone a little bit wappy chasing tail. Yeah, weird, but it's strange the things I think about, a bit weird. So, yeah, rock and roll. Anyway, I think I can hear a bike arriving, so the man who cannot be named, or should not be named, or doesn't want to be named, which is more the case. So he's a mardy little sod. Don't want to be on camera when it suits him. Don't want to be on camera. He's stupid. So yeah, that's why he just plays up. So anytime the camera's out, he makes this, oh no, not the camera. Oh, makes this big thing. So yeah, but he's just a weirdo. So anyway, I think I can hear him arriving. So I'll jump out of the van so as not to be ignorant, and we'll get this shit show on the road. So, as I said, I don't really know what's going on here. Basically, I know we're digging out and clearing the whole garden, side and back. And I know there's some sort of sleeper planters, artificial turf going in, another sleeper planter. I think this is all being block paved to the corner of this building. Paths around the garage, tying into that. Paths, paving. So, like I say, I'll get Chris on it, and I'll get him to give you the little walk around. But I mean, this angle doesn't help. There's a big-ish area in total. I bet we're looking 100 square meters. Obviously it's not all paving. There's, like I say, there's a new lawn going in and so on, but yeah, it's going to be a couple of weeks by the time it's all those little tinkery bits and cutting the sleepers and dropping them in and things. It's so time consuming. So, but it's going to look like a whole different project. Okay, so the machine has arrived. We've got the little micro thing. Gonna get the tracks in, get it round the back. Chris is going to demonstrate such an ability. It's his favourite thing to do on a Monday morning. Dig, dig, dig.
Ponder life.
Ponder life. What are you pondering?
Wonder where it all went right.
Do you want to tell the viewers yet what you found under your fridge Saturday?
Piece of white dog poo.
Piece of white dog poo. And how long do you think it had been there?
Probably a year.
R.I.P. little Charlie Poosteen.
Been dead a while, so I'd say a year or so.
But we were saying that obviously white dog poo is like a rarity now, so technically you should probably take it on the Antiques Roadshow because it's probably valuable.
Chucked it over next doors.
Did you throw it over next door? What a guy. I know you did.
Threw it in the bin.
You threw it over next door, you just don't want on video. So on your kid's life you didn't throw it over next door?
I didn't, I chucked it in the bin. I should have though, because they wouldn't have known, would they? Because I ain't got a dog anymore. So they wouldn't go, oh, it's him. Good thing.
True story. Morally you shouldn't have, Chris.
Yeah, should have, yeah.
So. Oh, dude. Right, so here we go. Machines round the back. Big top down to tip on. I've got the grab coming this afternoon, so we need to get a load out this morning or today. Rock and roll. Right, so that's the first, well, the last barrow and the first job. So Ryan just took the last barrow of slabs out. We've removed these slabs from here. Chris is now going to do a little walk around.
Here's one we made earlier.
Right, that's what we're doing. So you know.
We now do CAD drawings and everything else.
No, we don't. Customer's done that.
So, it's upside down. This is all going to be block paved here. Got nice sleeper planters going in up the back. Artificial turf is going to be going here with sleepers round. Paving up here.
Just path.
On the drawing.
I don't think they're going to understand the drawing, Christopher.
They will, because it's got pictures on it, mate.
Okay. Just get that out, look.
There
you go,
It's
look.
got pictures on it.
Nice.
Look.
I don't understand the picture. So,
None of us do.
no one does.
The price has gone up now because
Yeah,
of
just for the record, if anyone wants us in the future, if you give us one of these when we come out to quote, that we price goes up.
Oh,
That's all right.
this is mum. Just fell over.
It's me knockoff.
Pathway down here.
In front of this garage.
Then we've got another beautiful sleeper planter going in here. Returning all the way up here. All the way to about here. We have to be careful because his dog's buried there as well. He's just informed us.
R.I.P.
But they don't want anything doing with it. It's just staying there.
So, but we've got to dig this area. We dug up some woman's ashes once in Clifton, didn't we?
We've dug up someone's ashes.
We found a dog in a carrier bag.
Mummified dog.
But the mummified dog, they put it in a bin liner and buried it in the garden. It wasn't the homeowner, it was the person before them. It had been buried for like 15 years on it. But because they put it in a bin liner, it was like exactly the same. It was awful. It like came out like a skeleton with fur on.
It's like Return of the Mummy.
Yeah, it was awful. And then another job, we shouldn't laugh. We did a job at Clifton and we were digging out a back garden like this. And the customer, I swear to God, never said a word, did he? And then he came back and he went, oh, you haven't dug that bit over there, have you? And we were like, yeah. Do you remember? And he was like, oh, that's where I scattered my wife's ashes. I'm like,
There was like a big concrete angel there as well, to be fair.
but he never told us. We
He
just
didn't
dug,
tell us,
and we
no.
had to reduce dig it because he was having a patio there. This is where the patio was going, so we had to dig it out. So yeah, long story short, we dug his wife out, her ashes, and now she's at Gedling Tip. If we're honest. So, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Back to it.
Back to it.
Basically, let's just make it easier. Everything's being
Everything's being paved, but sleeper planter, pathways, new lawn.
Oh, and this is being done now because they just added this. We're recladding this, so we're going to put 7 new posts in, and then 7 new fence panels to clad it because it looks ugly.
Sorry, we are or Dave is.
We are. Just informed you now. You know as well as you two.
Can you? I think the viewers can hear that my heart's just sank because that's a 2-day job right there.
2-day job. We're going to put concrete posts in here.
Christopher, you're not the one who digs the holes. You create the work.
It's all going to be dug out, isn't it? We're going to dig it out.
Okay. Bet it takes a day though.
No, not concrete. It's all wooden.
Oh, even better.
Wooden. No concrete. No.
Great. Screwing them on little boards individually. That'll take no time at all.
Half a day.
I'll have a bet with you on camera. It ain't half a day. We've been here half a day now. We ain't done out.
I'm not asking these because they'll say.
How long to wooden post along this fence here and clad it all with timber? Chris, half a day. Full day, innit?
What? Screw 'em, just
He says half a day, Chris does. Feather edge.
feather edge panels.
Put the post in and panel it. It's still near a day, innit?
After you messed around, all that crap, yeah, a day.
He's saying I'm saying a day. He's saying a eighth.
Your time.
Pemsville. Party time. Excellent. Right, anyway, we'll see. We'll show the viewers later on in the week. We'll see what happens. Right, Christopher, what is the first job on the agenda? What are we doing now?
First job on the agenda is to get this out, please. This concrete pad.
I think you should lift with the bucket and we'll crack it with the hammer because it's not too thick.
I'm going to get that out and then we're going to set some levels up, see where we're at. And then I'm going to do a forward roll. Hey!
There's a dog shit there, you know.
Oh, there's a bit of dog shit there.
There is.
Where?
Ah,
You got me.
Okay, so bar this bit here, that's a good majority of the concrete out now. So that's all gone, done and dusted. It's path to go. And then, yeah, we're going to start taking the grass off because we need to save some of the topsoil. So we're going to start scraping this lawn off. And then scrape the soil down to the right level. Okay, so that's the turf off the top, so we'll get rid of all that on the first load, and then we need to store about 6 tonne of soil because we're going to have to backfill all these planters, so we're going to store that and get that on not to bat, and tomorrow we'll get the next load out ready to go and start dropping sleepers in. Fair bit to do, a lot in a week, a lot of fiddly little jobs, say getting the turfing in and all that framework set up, all the framework of the sleepers and everything else. There's a fence now gone against this back wall which is new, and blah blah blah, so it's going to be a push, but we'll get there. So just finding your feet and get everything organised now, so yeah, we'll see how it all goes in the next couple of days. I'm just going to, I think I'm going to have to fly over to, all the way in Skegby in Mansfield. I'm going to have to fly all the way over to Basford to pick up a chop saw for tomorrow. So yeah, it's a nice little hour drive now to go and sort that out, but such is life, we'll get it done. And I'll be back here at, I think I'll be here for 7 in the morning tomorrow. Anyways, as we do, Mondays. Right, so after a long journey, I've just arrived at D&J Projects. I'm going to pick up, Dave's actually been good enough to lend us his table chop saw for chopping sleepers, make things a bit easier than using a handsaw. So yeah, I'm going to come and grab that. I'm going to do it now this afternoon because we're going to need it tomorrow and it's quite a long run round. So yeah, I'll park the van, grab that, get back to HQ, finish some quoting from the weekend. While Chris and the boys are knocking some soil about, hopefully we'll have some footage of that. So if not, I'll see you in the morning. Oh, I like coming here. I've always got stuff to look at. It's probably dead boring to some people, but when you're a landscaper, there you go. Just been caught talking to myself by Burnett.
The next day.
Morning everybody, it's Nick at B&P. It is Tuesday morning and I'm already on site at 7:30. We've got the grab lorry coming, one of DJ's boys is coming out to do us a load, and we've got a load of fencing arriving shortly. So yeah, as soon as that stuff, well, as soon as they arrive, I'll hop out the van and we'll get that for you to have a look at, and yeah, go from there. I'll tell you something though, it is June and it is 9 degrees where we are. 9, like, come on. I'm sure we used to have a summer. It might be in my imagination. I know loads of people when they're older say, oh, I can remember when I was a kid and we had these lovely summers and blah blah blah, but I mean, honestly, I swear to God, it's been cold for about 9 months consistently, cloudy. So yeah, it's getting a little bit on my nerves now. It'd be nice to get a bit of sun and it just makes the whole day seem a little bit better. It's nice hopping out of bed with the blue sky and driving to work with your music on, and you know. So yeah, it kind of feels like sort of, I don't know, like November at the minute. It's a bit odd. On a plus side, no squirrel jumped out on me today, so that's a bonus. Hopefully they're sorting the shit out. So the plan of attack for today is, we've got all the sleepers here, the customer's already pre-bought them. So, and there's a lot going in. So we're going to hopefully do a little bit of fencing, and we're going to start building these sleeper planters. We've decided to do that first. So we've sort of got us a framework in place so we know where to work to with the paving and so on. So the plan this week really is to get all the planters in, the fencing in. There's a framework got to be built for the artificial turf. That is being collected tomorrow morning. So I should show you guys that, pretty cool stuff. We don't tend to do a lot of that, to be honest. It used to be ridiculously costly, and I just sort of, I know it sounds silly from a business perspective, but I just refused to do it. I thought it was crazy. Like, you got people, the cost of the stuff was so vast, and you've got people like having a 50 square metre lawn done, and it was like $5 grand. Whereas you could get that sort of meterage in real turf for the sake of a lawnmower for about 600 quid. So I just talk customers the other way around, because I just find it, I get there are certain circumstances with animals and so on, but yeah, I just found that I just thought it was a bit of a rip-off, to be honest. I wasn't too cool with it all, but it seems to have died down a little bit. I think the market for it's not as big as it was, because obviously it was quite new. So it's died down a little bit, and you tend to be able to get it at quite a competitive price now, the actual turf, if you install it yourself. I mean, obviously installation costs money, I'm not knocking the boys, but yeah, so we'll be doing a bit of that and showing you how that's done. So that's pretty cool. We don't normally do that, so something for you guys to see. So we've got one of the DJ's lads who's come to grab it from a company called Let's Grab It. I think Dave's had to sub it out. Absolutely. It's this time of year and everyone's snided, so he's actually on a project himself this week, so he's struggling to get out. And I think one of the lads is down as well. So yeah, we're going to get this grab in, we're going to load some timber and bits and bobs, and then we'll get this this load away. That's the first job of the day. And we start playing with sleepers. Right, so the grab's just gone and we're finally rocking and rolling. We've decided just to ease the job up moving forward. I'm going to get this side in first because there's a lot to do here, so we're going to get that in. This one's a bit simpler over here, this sleeper planter. But yeah, so first job of the day is to run this. Well, there's like a 6-foot fence going in and then a sleeper box planter going in front of it. So it's going to be it's quite a lot to do. But as Chris said yesterday, half a day, right? Half a day, innit? Doing this.
It'd be a full day to do all of it, wouldn't it? Yeah, easily. Half a day.
Half a day. Remember, you heard it here first, guys. Chris's predictions. See it for him, still doing it.
Good day and welcome to another biscuit review. So, the customer, lovely customer, has bought us Aldi's caramel wafer bars and Tunnock's, the finest bars. They've got to be top 3, haven't they? Come on.
No.
We've done this before. And
No, not top 3.
Right, okay.
Oh, hang on.
It's all going wrong.
It's all going wrong. Cut! What?
Welcome to part 2 of Caramel Biscuit. So, we've got into it. Now, the wrapper straight away. Look at that.
That's a quality wrap.
That is a quality Tunnock's wrapper.
Product.
Aldi. Just feel it in your hands. Come on, feel them for me. Feel them. Feel the difference. You know,
Feel the quality going up.
But it's all down to the taste, people. Breaks nicely. Look,
That's perfect.
look at that.
I think I got 3 hands, mate.
Now we go to Aldi's milk chocolate caramel wafer.
Okay.
How will this one break? Oh, that was a good break, to be fair. But that means it's less caramel.
There's no camel in it.
Yeah, I've had my fingers on that.
No, I'm not touching the one with all your fingers on it.
That one. I'm giving you that one. You creature.
Cut!
Yeah. Welcome to part 3. So here we go. We're going into it now. We dropped rubbish on his garden. He watches us on YouTube and we're at his house. So there you go, sir.
You going good one first, or?
Which one's Cut!
Cut. Welcome to part 4 of Caramel Biscuit Test. We're going in with, I'll show us again.
That's the Aldi one. That one.
That one. Oh, God. Take the lid off that.
No, because I need to know difference.
Is there no difference?
Get your dirty fingers off me.
Right. Tunnock's. No, that's...
Oh, you're killing me today.
Cut. Welcome to part 5. Right, this is the cheap Aldi one and this is the good one.
You're not dunking.
You go for a dunk. Man, dunking in his brew.
The same, ain't it?
Don't double dip.
No, no double
Women hate double dipping. Gives
No,
them a
wait,
thingy
wait.
infection.
Ready?
What are you saying? Is that the crap one?
Oh, that's terrible.
Is that the thingy one? The Aldi? That looks like dust. I can see dust in the air. Is it really bad?
It's like it's
Dale.
came from 1980.
Excuse me.
The other one's nice, that.
Come on then. Next one. To be fair, you could eat the wrapper and it'd be better. It's a non-comparison.
There's a Dalek outside. We're gonna have to go and video this.
That is terrible.
Which one?
That one?
That was stale as fuck.
No, it's not. It's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, look.
right. Let's catch this guy because it's funny. Metal. Right. Okay. So the half-day fence is commencing. So we've got most of it in. and the framework in, and it's just took a while to design and set out how we're going to do things, because like I say, there's a box planter in front, and the levels have got to be certain levels for the paving, so it's took a while to set out, as we knew it would.
We know.
As we said. But yeah, so it's about lunchtime now, and we're just beginning to build the actual box planter in front of it. So yeah, to be fair, the one on the other side of the garden, which is this way, the one that runs down this side will be a lot easier. It's just a level ground and there's no backing. The gravel boards are staying in place. So the customer wants to hide the gravel boards over there because they're like 6 high, so it's a bit ugly. So you want to have it changed, but this bit should be a bit easier. So yeah, I think all the sleepers and the planters will be in tomorrow. We've got turf to sort out, get all the stone in. So the goal this week is to get the planters in and done, get the stone, the sub base in, and the turf hopefully, or the frame for the turf at least. We'll probably pave and then put the turf in last to keep it clean. But I'm fetching that in the morning, so I'll show you guys. So yeah, we'll crack back on. It's very difficult filming when you're all at it and working things out, but we're getting there, so happy days. So we're just dropping this last cut in here. There's another bay to go in here. We've dug the post, that's ready to go. We've just gone round, concreted it all in. All the back braces are on ready. So hopefully tomorrow, got a bit of messing in the morning, got a pick up to do. So I'm going to pick the turf up. We just got to drop another post in here, and we'll put a new panel and so on in. And then hopefully we can backfill it all, and it shall start being a planter. It's looking well. However, it has been soul destroying. Long day, a lot of scratching heads. Okay, so it's Wednesday morning and me and Folder have been sent on a mission. So we've fueled up the van because it's absolutely knackered and we're travelling quite a bit at the minute. And now we stop at Fernie's and we're going to pick up some fencing brackets. Well, the fencing brackets? Bracing for the sleepers, I suppose you could call it. But we found, to be honest, this place seemed to do the best. You go to like generic places like B&Q and stuff, and they're overpriced, and no, I think the quality's worse, to be honest. These ones from here, I'll show you guys in a minute, but the ones from here are like 4mm thick metal brackets, whereas the other ones are like, you can probably bend them with your hands, so they're not very good. So yeah, we'll get in there and we'll have a little route around, see what we can find that will do the job. And then we've got to go pick up this roll of turf. Now, we're yet to establish whether we can actually do it, depending on the weight of it. Because it's going to be a 4 or 5 metre length roll. It's a 5x4 metre, so it's 20 square metre roll of turf. So God only knows. And if they have the capabilities to put it on the van, as in they've got a forklift to put it on the roof rack, I don't know how we're going to get it off, depending on the weight of it. So we'll have to see what happens. So anyway, wish us luck, guys, and we'll crack on. Okay, so we'll have a little look at these goodies. First things first, L brackets for fastenings on the back of the sleepers on the corners. Obviously we screw them anyway, but with like 200mm screws, but we just put a back brace on it as well. But these are the best quality and the best I found locally. I don't know where they actually get them from, but we get them from Fernie's on West Dale Lane, Ferns and Sons. What were these folds there? About £1 something each?
About 160 or 180.
160, 180. What you paying at, what were these at? Well, they didn't have them at B&Q, but if they did have them, I bet they're about £3-4 a piece. Well, we bought a pack of tiny little ones, didn't we? And they were about, what, 15 quid for 20?
Ah, that's so stupid.
So these are half the price. And then we've got the good old fencing bracket. So you bolt that onto the post and then you drop your panel into there and then screw it in. So, and again, the quality of these seem to be a lot better. I don't think they're buying from a mass manufacturer place. I think they're getting from like a fabrication company. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, but these are the ones. So this is what we need to do, or need to use to get the job done today. And we're also stuck in bastard traffic, aren't we, Folds there? Story of a life. It's going to probably take us, we've got to pick this turf up now, do what we're doing with it, and then it's probably going to take us, I reckon it's an hour to get to the job from where we are. So happy days. I'd show you all the time lapse, but I'm sure you don't need to see me driving about as usual, so I'll spare you that, and we'll just do a kind of a little thingy and we'll just arrive there. So we're going to go to the turf place now, and then we're going to arrive at the job shortly after that. Boop. Okay, so we're finally heading to site. We've just been to look at the artificial turf, which is lovely. However, we decided it'd be better to get it delivered tomorrow because it was just a massive roll and it would have been a right faff. So it'd have held us up for a couple of hours, I think. So yeah, we've just decided to get it delivered tomorrow. It's a lot easier. Like I said, we don't need it today anyway, so as long as it's here tomorrow, which it will be, is absolutely fine. So yeah, we're just heading back to Mansfield, where it never rains and the sun always shines. Okay, so we've just arrived at site. Chris and Ryan have been cracking on with the second planter, and we'll get started on finishing the last one. So we're installing a massive planter here, all the way down. So it's a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be honest, but it's yeah, it'd be pretty nice when it's done. Obviously all the artificial turf, which is coming tomorrow. So hopefully today the plan is to finish all the timber work, and then we can start getting the subbase in, get everything starting to look like a garden again, because it looks like a building site. This is for the viewers who like a bit of foldy look. Some sexy little pegs. Digging a nice little hole here, aren't you, Folds? You look like getting frustrated with that.
Yeah, it's a bit funny.
Folds has got a nice weekend planned. He's staying with his mate Phil in a little penthouse suite in London.
If you want to be like Phil, just hit me up. connorfolds@hotmail.com.
Please, that's not his email before you all start. But what do you reckon about the Schof stuff?
I reckon he is a
Sexual predator?
Yeah, can I say that on here?
Do you think?
I don't think I know. He hit me up once. I was fine.
That's not true. You can't say that. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Get the old break on here.
I tell you what does annoy me, the fact that if that was like a normal bloke.
Jail.
Oh yeah, your front door would be off.
Yeah.
Your hard drive would be in the police station by now.
Ages ago, mate.
But like say, he just same as the old carry on, because he's rich and elite, they can just do what they want.
He's now gay, so.
And he's a victim, yeah. He's a victim in it all.
Don't need to kill himself.
What does he say? Oh, if you shout at me, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah, I might just start saying that and kill people.
Yeah, I suppose you could. Oh, don't tell me off. I'm feeling suicidal about what I've done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit dodgy, but anyway, enough of the old nonce. Okay, so Dave's here, the man, the myth, the legend. So we're just gonna back this stone in and tip. And hopefully today we can get some stone in there. So that's a stone arrived. Got a fair bit to get through, but we've got a fair bit to get around the back. Man, myth, legend, he's here with a smile on his face. I've heard a smile's been hard to come by the last week or so, David.
That's mate. We've had a stressful time. It must be my turn this time, mate.
Yeah, I know. It's normally me ringing you crying, isn't it?
Well, we shared a lot, don't we?
That's it, mate. Got to keep a smile on your face when you're 50.
Say, problem shared is problem off.
Something like that. You got to keep a smile on your face when you're nearing 50, Dave.
Hey, 45.
Birthday boy yesterday.
Where's your mate? Where's Pan?
He's round the back.
You should normally wish you happy birthday.
Can't you tell you haven't been sexually assaulted for 15 minutes? You doing anything nice for your birthday?
You know what?
Gonna do anything nice? Going away, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm normally away, mate.
And a little cheeky holiday.
Normally away for that.
There you go.
But for some reason, we couldn't get a time off for my birthday this time, so I've had to work it.
Oh dear.
Must have been the first time in about 15 years.
There you go.
But I'm away soon, mate.
There you go. So everybody should get over to DJ Project's YouTube channel and wish him a happy birthday on Sunday's video.
Thank you
I
very
dare
much.
say it'll make his day when he reads through them all as he does so preciously every evening.
What do you have to say, mate?
Do you know what? I'd like that. It's nice. See, some people like it a bit more gritty, but I do like it a bit more stony.
It's dusty though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's better. So
It knits together well, doesn't it, mate?
I can't wait to move it all around the back. Yay!
Didn't notice that, Dave.
Quick look at your job, then.
Come on, let's have a butcher's.
Didn't notice that, Dave.
If it gets a D&J seal of approval, we know we're smashing it. Hose pipe, I think. You can go see your little best mate round here, lot.
It'll cuddle from him, doesn't it?
He's here, lot.
I'm no one grafting, mate. Put my life and soul into this.
It's his birthday yesterday, you know. Give him a cuddle.
Did you wish me happy birthday?
No, because you never return my messages.
Oh.
That's true, though.
Yeah, you know to say. Yeah.
Can't deny
Don't
that.
ring you back, yeah. True say.
Boys? It's true.
Okay, so as you saw, the stone's all arrived. We've got to get this moved because it's on the pedestrian highway, so we need to get it straight off. So Chris is loading the barrels up and the boys will get it round the back. it's my favourite bit. As you've just seen on the time lapse, the boys have been barring the stone in and it's coming together. Obviously we need to knock the levels around, it's a bit all over the shop. But it's beginning to look like a job now, so you can see, look, be a double planter here. This will all be paved where the stone is. Pathway where Chris is perched at the minute is going to be the new artificial lawn. The lads are just knocking about down here, so we'll come down this path here. There'll be another pathway here, and then this whole area paved as well. Recessed manhole lid, sleeper planter. It's going to look absolutely amazing. So a couple of little bits to finish, fencing and so on, but yeah, it's getting there. Happy days. Here's my man from John A's just dropping me some more ballast stuff, which we're in desperate need of, so we can get back on these sleepers, because we need to back them all up with concrete. We need to fix some other ones in, so just the one drop off, we're to rock and roll, aren't we, Faulty?
You are indeed, mate.
I'll tell you something.
What?
I don't know. I just felt like saying tell you something, and then I forgot what to say. I was dazzled by your stunning beauty.
A lot of people are, mate.
I know, so I've seen on the comments.
Yeah.
Strangely enough though, it's not the busty female audience you envisioned.
Damn it!
But it's good at me then, I flinched.
Oh.
Much scared of you, even you! Foldy, you can't go dishing out the dead arms and then not expect one back.
Put it on a pressure point. Boy.
So I get 1 punch and then I got
knows.
2 off him now. 20 off you.
Okay.
Man slurred his words at her, that man. Did you, man?
No. He's on the left. No. Get off. Stop playing around. You've got work to do.
Tell him.
I'm not telling him no more.
Oh, he's upset now. Okay, now we've got our ballast. Just trenching out, dropping these sleepers in, putting all the bracketing on. Just going to go up here to this corner, return along there, connect to that one, and along this one here, and this will be where the artificial turf is laid. So plenty to do yet. Ready to rock and roll. It's going to look fan-dabby-dozy. Oh, I'm getting happy. Excuse the mess, it's been a bit of a busy day and everything's not clean and tidy and we've got stuff chucked everywhere, but like I say, it's starting to take shape now. So like I say, this area here is all going to be paved. This will be where the artificial turf's installed. We've just built this box now, so we're just concreting it and we've bracketed it all up and put the steels in. Pathway here, pathway up in block paving, path there, well, patio area here. So it's going to look absolutely mint. So I'm looking forward to this one next week because it is going to be a massive transformation. Obviously this will all be sold up, planted up. We probably won't see that, but we'll get it all sold up nice for him. It's looking good. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning and we are ready to rock and roll. I've just arrived at the job. Pretty steady couple of days, Thursday, Friday, as we don't really want to get the block pavers here till Monday morning because the chances of them all getting laid Friday very slim. We've got quite a lot to do today, just little tinkery bits, just to finishing up on things, which always takes a lot of time. Therefore, if we get the blocks here tomorrow, we won't get them laid and they'll end up on all over the customer's drive all weekend, or they'll be on the road. So the plan is just to sort of get everything bar the block paving done, and have a good clean up of the front so the customer can get rocking and rolling over the weekend. He can use his drive and so on. So yeah, we've got to, depending on what time the turf's arrived, it's being delivered. I don't know what time it's going to come, but so today's plan is finishing off all the timber work, the fence paneling. We're going to get all the stone knocked about to the correct level now and compacted ready. We've got 8 ton of Santa barring ready. So we're getting a head start on Monday. So the plan would be to roll up Monday, drop, stop and roll, or sunscreen and lay. So yeah, we'll get there. Again, don't want to moan, but I am so full of cold. It is absolutely phenomenal. Like, oh, I've set myself off now. I am a little sympathy cough there. No, I'm struggling. And I'd just like to say that it would have been great to be able to have a few days off this week, because my mum went away to Gran Canaria, bless her, and I don't know about you guys, but it seems to be whenever you get a flight somewhere, being on a tin can, breathing in 300 people's farts tends to give you a cold. So she came back, bless her, she's in the mid-70s, she come back with a really nasty cold, and now my whole household are snotting everywhere. But it's one of those ones where you can you're not ill enough to be off work, but you're tripping out, you know, you sort of feel a bit drunk and it's not great. But like I say, it's that old self-employment life. If I hadn't been here, the things about to do this week, Chris would have struggled. You know, don't get me wrong, the boys can crack on, but it's little things like, oh, we need them screws, oh, we need this sorting, going and paying bills, sorting the turf out, making all those arrangements and so on. It's very difficult to stay on top of the, you know what I mean? If Chris and the boys are working, I've got to stay on top of project managing, and if I'm not there, things, you know, we run out of materials and things go wrong, and you know, or it slows the process basically. So yeah, have to battle on. But I've got a cheeky little, if you can see, I've got a cheeky little sip in a minute. I don't want to drink it before I left the house, but I'm going to get that down my neck in a minute, and that'll give me about 3 hours of fun. And yeah, a few coffees and rock and roll. So anyway, I better get out of this van. It's still bloody freezing, you know. It's about 9 degrees. Like, I mean, I've had enough. So yeah, anyway, I'll hop out of here and let's get something done. Right, so as you can see, first job of the day is, well, we've already raked this about, ready to stone up. Ryan's just knocking the stone about, folds it, and the man who can't be named is just bringing some more stone in, topping the levels up. Reason for wearing breathe mask is this stone's really dry and rained for a couple of weeks, so it's quite dusty. So if you can see when you're moving it, it's kicking up quite a lot of dust, which is gets a bit unbearable at times. So yeah, we're trying to avoid blinding and coughing. Chris is just on the machine barrow loading, and not unlike a bus stop, John Hayes has now arrived at the same time, so 5,000 things to do, such as life. So yeah, we're going to get sand loaded in for here, so we can get the sub base knocked around and whackered, and then we will get all this sand around the back today, hopefully, along with another 1,000 jobs. Okay, so Chris is just fixing a beam internally. He's left a little lip here, and this is where the turf's going to sit on top, and we're going to fasten the artificial turf to this brace, and this will be filled with roadstone and grano dust. So we'll grano about 1 inch of grano there, and then roadstone. Come on.
Supported by Milwaukee, please.
Yeah, if Milwaukee are watching,
What's the word?
we need a sponsorship.
Sponsoring, that's it.
Sponsoring. Sponsored by Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, please.
Okay, so Chris has just installed the second, or Chris and Ryan have just installed the second, what do you call it, row of sleepers. So that's the full box planter now. Pretty substantial. It's going to take a hell of a lot of backfill. And then we've just installed a DPC membrane all the way around to stop, well, to attempt to stop some of the moisture touching the sleepers. It should give them a few more years. Yeah, I'm going to install the stone base sub base, this roadstone sub base, and a bit of whacker and get some grano on top. Okay, so that's all the framing, DPC'd up. I'm just going to run some more stone in now, get it to about 1 inch below, and then we're going to top it all up with grano. So we'll flip over to time lapse, show you that, and then realistically it's ready for when the turf arrives, just to attach. So let's rock and roll. So as you've all seen on the time lapse, we're just installing the grano to the height, the timber here, and obviously then we'll fix the new turf onto to the timber all the way around the frame, and you'll have a new artificial grass lawn. However, we've just run out of the grano, as I only ordered 1 ton, as we weren't sure how much we needed. It's quite expensive, so we didn't want to over order. So we've got 1, and we're going to get another 1 coming, and probably tomorrow or Monday we'll get that in. But it's a shame because it'd been nice to get it all done and screeded. But as you know how these things go. So I think now we're going to get this fencing finished over here, and then we're about there really. Bar, I think that's it. I mean, sleepers in. This is in. We've got no grano, so yeah, just the grano bits. Anything on this back, we'll get all the sub base whackered, and then we've got about 8 ton of sand to bring around. Fair bit to do, but like I say, it's all taking shape now. Customers happy, we're happy. Sun's out.
Come on.
Come on then, what are we doing?
For you.
What's his challenge?
The challenge is, put your hands on your knees. Try and do this while looking manly. Put your hands on your knees, bend down a little bit, and look behind you.
Alright, thank you.
Go on, do it.
We've all seen that one though.
That's all right there, Can't do it.
I'm not doing it.
Come on.
No, my man.
Come on.
I'm not doing it.
Bob, do it.
Fuck yeah, I'm not allowed on video.
Oh. We're such an angry
Can't do it. I've just done it. So put your hands on your knees and look behind you.
You're not sacrificing your masculinity, Folds, for entertainment value.
What do you do then, Nick?
I can't. I've got bad knees.
No one's gonna suddenly. 300 men aren't gonna run around the back and bum you.
I do know.
Come on, just do it.
Could happen.
You never know.
He's got a little fan club on the Uber Tuber, hasn't he?
Let's do it.
Okay, so our roll of artificial turf has arrived. So we're going to store that next week, keep it clean. This area is all in now. The boys are just going to whack her, compact it all, get all the stone whacked back. Chris is wetting it down because it's very dusty, so it kicks up a lot of dust. So we're trying to keep the dust down. Planters are in, DPC'd up, bracketed, everything else. Like I said, we run out of grano, so we need another ton of grano, but I'm looking forward to this. It's going to look good. Finally, this section here is complete. So again, new fencing, new sleeper, planter. Got like a DPC membrane in, just to try and protect the wood a bit better than it would be if we just left it. They are treated, however, you don't have to do that, but it's quite a nice little extra to do. Looking forward to grafting all next week. What about you, Chris? So, can't wait. Let's get 70 metres of blocks laid and cut in. Can't wait. But so my hair's going like Simon Cowell in my own age. What do you want, a chop saw? If anyone's got a spare one of these knocking about, gives a shout.
305 mil.
305 mil. Yeah, if any companies are watching this and they want to donate one to the cause for us to experiment with and review, feel free. It'd be very nice here. Oh, getting up time for a lemsip update, I think. Lads, someone's messaged in on YouTube and said, apparently you can't eat 3 crackers in 3 minutes. And I'm like, I'm sure.
I think it's going to be difficult, to be honest with you.
I reckon I can do that in 3 minutes. 3 of them.
Is it all at one time or?
Well, you just in 3 minutes, like you don't got to stick them all in, but you just got to get it done. I reckon I can do it. What about you, Bert? You reckon you can do 3 crackers in 3 minutes?
Okay.
I reckon so. I think.
Give us all 3, set the time.
Come on then.
Set a timer.
Well, let's get set up. Got to eat 3 of these in 3 minutes. I think that sounds like too long a time, personally. This is what he said. This is a challenge, apparently.
I've got time.
So we've got 3. What should be Jacob's
Right.
crackers, but we bought the cheap ones.
Do we have to do it one at a time or not?
I don't know. There wasn't any clarity, so we just have to try and eat them. But who's got a timer?
Right, let's say one at a time, boys, yeah?
Okay.
It's a bit harder, I think, that way.
I think it's easier one at a time.
I think you can do that in 3
You got
minutes.
stopwatch?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
We'll probably 3 packs in 3 minutes.
Pretty dry.
Let's just one of them.
You think you could dry your mouth out?
3 packs in 3 minutes.
Can't get very much. Can't follow it.
I'll pack in 3 minutes.
Right for true.
Pretty hard.
What we on?
3 minute 30.
I think 3 minutes too long.
Bro, you can't follow it.
It's got to be a minute. I reckon the time is a minute.
You're too early, yeah.
Oh. 5-second rule, bro. But well,
Light work, boys.
you done 3?
1 minute.
No way.
Light work. Next challenge.
You done 3?
You're gone. 3 minutes on camera. Watch.
Check his pockets.
Bro, you can watch
Yeah,
me.
it's cheated on the last one.
I'll keep going. I can do the packet.
You've got 3 minutes. I mean, you can eat 3 minutes,
I've
though.
got 2 minutes left. I can just sit here and chill for 2 minutes. That's an easy challenge. That's not right.
You must dribble, man. It must be a dribbler. There's no way I can do that. I'm good, man.
Yes. I know all about it.
Light work.
Sloppy one.
Has everyone done it? That's 1 minute
Can't
30.
follow it.
1 minute 30, boys. Easy.
Yeah.
So, the guy must have got it wrong on the thing. He said 3 minutes, but 3 minutes is ridiculous. I reckon the challenge is 1 minute, and I think Chris is going to beat that.
No.
I'd have struggled for 1, but 3 is extreme. So there you go. Can be done.
If you know the challenge, drop it in the comments. And in fact, if there's any more challenges, drop it in the comments.
Yeah, we
let
do
us
need
know,
some challenges at the minute.
and we'll do.
So, actually, you know what someone keeps asking us to do, and he's asked about 3 times. You know the thing where you put a sight helmet on a shovel and bang it up in the air and then whack it on your head? I'm like, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to hospital for you lot. So, anyways, mission complete. Send us some challenges in. So, we've looked into it and we've established that we think the 3 minutes was wrong. We reckon it's a minute. The challenge is at 3 in a minute, which is pretty difficult, but Chris absolutely smashed it. So, now we've looked it up and we've found out that, what is it? The Guinness World Record is 3 crackers in 34 seconds. So, he reckons he's going to have a go at it.
You ready? Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Get them in. There's no way. It's too dry. Come on, man. I'll laugh if he does it. Keep going. You got 20. What we on?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. You got 50. So you got 20 seconds to get that swallowed. I think you can fucking do this. I swear
yeah.
down.
This is your
You've got 14 seconds. Keep going. 30.
This is your
Let
you
him
got
see.
10 seconds.
It's getting it. It's too dry now, isn't it? Too dry. You choke.
Nah, done. You're done.
I think that's the challenge, isn't it? The challenge. I think if the actual challenge is 1 minute and you put all 3 in and have to try and swallow it, you won't be able to do it. You actually swallow them though, or spit them out? You're still only on 40 seconds though. You're an animal. Right, that is us done for this week. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. We've got plenty more stuff coming up. We're reaching 10,000 subs soon, so we're going to do this chicken challenge at Hooters Nottingham. That's coming up soon with DJ Projects. I'm going to ask the struggler, the professional struggler, see if he wants to come along. So enjoy the video, enjoy your Sunday. Thank you.